Hello friends, welcome back into the Golden Tea Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here. It is Wednesday. I keep forgetting because I'm off Friday, the rare vacation day for me. But it is time to take a look at our next Golden Tea 2021 course, and that is Hidden Temple. Hopefully you have already seen the first 12 or 13 holes of this course through our last couple of weeks of previews. But now we're doing it live. We're playing all 18 holes. We'll play a couple rounds in here this afternoon before we get pulled into some meetings. So let's get started. So Hidden Temple, one of my two favorite or top favorite courses for Golden Tea 2021. The other being Monte Zeballos, which we will take a look at next week. And just a heads up on the schedule, probably we'll do a third Golden Tea 2021 course reveal tomorrow. I am out on Friday, but depending on how froggy I'm feeling, you may or may not see me live at a location playing some Golden Tea with some friends for Freaky Friday. But we will we'll see how that goes. But Hidden Temple, if you have not seen it yet, pretty straightforward for the first couple of holes. The par threes, first couple are short. Actually, not the first couple. The two out of the three on the front nine, I believe, are short. There is one that's a bit longer. That's that 6 or 8 wood hole. But lots of opportunities to score here. Got to turn on my fancy dev camera so I can show you guys all the coolest tricks around here. And because I have to say I'm proud of you guys for not asking how you can get this camera on your game, because I feel like for a while I just had to say it every time that this was, except although last week I said, or Monday I said for the low price of $100 grand. So that'll be up for discussion. But hole 3, traditionally a par 3, but with this course it is a par 4 and a nice little drivable one. Not going to have too difficult of a shot. You know, pretty much with these dynamic tees we've always talked about last year and this year, you're going to have, typically it's the rough colored area on the top down where you'll see a tee box, but in Jim Zielinski's infinite wisdom, he can put tees wherever he wants because he's the man. But at least for now, at least for the first couple of times you'll play this course, you're going to have a pretty simple look at it. And honestly, I'm just going to high tee a 3-wood, or excuse me, a 3 hybrid. Don't really even need the high tee. You will get a nice favorable bounce off of the concrete there. I didn't get that. Wasn't really trying for it. But depending on if you whiff your shot, you might get a little bit of love from the pyramids, the sculptures, whatever you want to call them. Not always a guarantee, though. Now, this hole I have been trying to lay up like here. In a few instances, even for somebody like me, it is pretty difficult to get to this second fairway. You also have to take a look at the fact of how it's sloped, because I've felt pretty good thinking, oh, I got it up there, and like now I've got a 10-mile-an-hour wind kind of at my back. It's going to blow that ball right back into the water, and then you're shooting for birdie on a drive or on a par 5. So what we're going to do today is we are going to explore the back area over here, and we're going to take all that out of play. And all of a sudden now we have a 6-iron. Granted, it's out of the heavy rough, so you're going to lose some distance. But just like that, I mean, we got a pretty good shot at double eagle, much closer at 124 yards than the 250 to 300 yard shot that we would have from that approach area. So that's a little tip. So don't show your friends and use it to beat them on this course when you guys play this. You have not noticed, here we go, here's another short par 3. And I know I've done this a lot. You guys saw it in the trailer that we just showed you again. But shout out to our friends here, Little Monkeys, those guys. just protecting the course from all of the drops. But Golden Tee 2021 shipping at the end of September to our commercial locations, shipping mid to late October for our home editions. Justin Wilson asks a really good question here on Facebook. Are the 9-hole events and money shots going to be available on the home edition? Yes, those are coming to both commercial and home edition events. It's really just a matter of when we decide to debut those. Probably around Thanksgiving time, just because we're going to want to use those 2021 courses in events mode, daily contest, money shot, all that, before we switch off to a new mode, a completely new mode of play. Hole 6 here, a little bit of an interesting setup. Typically, I've shown you guys zero hybrid through here or a low 10.5 degree driver. But this pin is tucked in the corner. So we are going to explore here. I'm thinking there's potentially a shot here, but I'm concerned that the 6 wood could get over, but will it get far enough? Let's try. Why not? Nope, and it hit the tree. But for the sake of not completely ruining this live stream, I'm just going to take some creative liberties, like I always do. And because it's helpful to actually talk through these courses and everything. And I'm going to do something that is not available except in IT dev land. And we are just going to take the advice from the Golden Tee gods, and we're just going to use a zero hybrid, and then we're going to hit a probably terrible shot, almost as bad as the first one. And just because I know a lot of you are going to run into this problem, we will just try hitting the 6-iron out of here just to see what happens, and it doesn't go well. So highly recommend not getting stuck here, because now, well, technically I used a mulligan, but without the mulligan I'd be shooting for par here. Anton on YouTube asks, I have horrible internet service in my house. Am I able to get the 2021 update? Yes. So the 2021 update is still coming via a USB install stick. So for somebody like you, Anton, and a handful of others that don't have access to really good internet, you're absolutely not going to have a problem updating. Everything's going to be on that update stick for you. And whenever you place your 2021 update with our team, they'll get you all the information you need. And then once that gets shipped out in October, you'll have options for shipping. A lot of people do 2-day. We'll probably end up doing a Dropbox option for those who are technically capable of doing that. I know we helped a lot of home edition owners and some commercial locations get updated while when the pandemic first happened. So this was that other par 3 I was talking about. So this one's pretty long. Biggest thing you got to worry about is having a 6 wood or an 8 wood. In this tee box here, the 8 wood, I mean, it'll get there, but not my best club. Definitely don't want to use that 3 hybrid because it's going to come in even lower. So I'm just going to move my tee box back, take my rusty trusty 6 wood, and I'm going to just throw it out there. And it's going to kick a little bit left because of the slopes on the green. And boom, we're all good. Also running a deal. It's our, secure your update. So if you guys go to home.goldentee.com, which we're throwing in the chat as well, you guys can go and buy a Golden Tee Home Edition, and we will give you the 2021 course update free, which is, I would say, about $500-600 in value compared to what we normally sell those for. So if you've ever needed an excuse to upset your wife or husband even more than you probably already do, go home.goldentee.com, buy a Home Edition right now. I'll even send you, if you go buy a Home Edition right now and bring up my name, I will even personally record a I'm sorry, don't get a divorce video message for your significant other. And you can hold me to that. I will do it right here in the lounge, and I will make sure that you don't get a divorce for buying a Home Edition. It's a win-win. We get another Home Edition out there, somebody else that I could play golden tee against. You get a golden tee home edition. Boom. Done. All right, hole 10. We talked about this one before. There's a nice little layup spot here, but it depends. Like this setup here, you got a nice big wind. I could probably take an 8-wood, maybe not an 8-wood, probably a 6 and get over those trees. The other option is just punching it out here as hard as you can. Actually, we'll do that now. Only because I've got such a strong wind at my back, and this is going to be a fun shot that we'll see on YouTube a lot. This pin's not really going to help you too much, but if you're ever in trouble and you don't think your shot's going to get over this hill, let's just say that you're farther back and you've only got a 3-wood that goes up to maybe the, well, I wish I had a little stick, but basically the rough-looking patch here on the top-down view. You've got a big, giant hill that will give you a nice little kickoff here if you get past the rough into the soft rocks. So I don't necessarily need that here, but just for the sake of the video, we'll take the 3-wood, and, well, the 3-wood's just going to get over because of that 11-mile-an-hour wind. Oh, thought I was going to miss that one. I feel like there was something else I wanted to tell you guys about that hole, but I can't think of it right now. So, this one, hole 11, this one is a fun one because this is the first look that I've really seen that makes me feel like this might potentially be drivable. You got to be careful because there's not a lot of room to work with. It's going to take, actually, you know what? Because I got the power to do things that nobody else can, unless you're here at IT. Let's actually see if this is drivable. Let's just try it out. I'll put a bounty on this hole, and then I'll collect the bounty. How about that? That work for everybody? So, okay, the problem with that shot is I got it out too far, cleared the trees, but ended up in the water. So, you get a nice drop if you want to practice your birdie chipping. And this one, let's see, is this going to be... And if I'm using grabbers, so our friends that use the street golf balls actually probably have a better shot at this. I love that. I was thinking I needed a hook shot, and I could have just powerhoused it straight at it. So there's a pro tip. If you get a close enough green here, and a close, or excuse me, tee box, and a close enough wind, although that was worse than my shot. I should have just kept the last shot. Damn it. Potential drivable hole. Putting that in my book of knowledge up here because we are going to have fun bounty holes this year where the first person to hit a hole-in-one on certain holes will win a GT swag pack and a gift card and all kinds of stuff like that. This one much better. Kick, perfect. Only took 5 mulligans, but guess what? Hole 11, potentially drivable. You heard it, saw it here first. Todd R., thanks for joining, my friend. Good to see you. Well, virtually see me. Well, whatever the case is. All right, hole 12. This is another one. I think we talked about it. I don't know if we ended on this one before. You're going to need a 6-wood for sure here, a 6-wood or an 8-wood. So for our friends that have stock clubs or just like the hybrids, you're going to probably want to play them up a little bit. Actually, in this instance, a 5 would be good. You've got to be careful when hitting this green because, like I'll probably do for you right here, if you hit this green too short with a 5 wood, you're going to, instead of kicking all the way to the left, you're going to end up kicking right into the water. So just be careful with the way you throw this shot out there. And if you have to err on the side of caution like I just did, hit it too hard, it's a massive green to work with, and you can still walk away with an eagle. Aaron, thank you. Aaron Schmidt, one of our talented artists. Glad he was here to watch my terrible eagle. But Herb Ombi asks, are the stouts nerfed for 2021? The stouts, as of right now, are not being changed. That is not to say that they may not be. They may be. Just tag Adam Kramer on a post on Facebook. That's my best advice for you. All right, now, hole 13. I know we ended off with this one because I remember the shot. again, this dynamic tee box area, this is really going to make a difference. 553 to the pin, and look at the shortcut that I enjoyed before no longer is an opportunity because I'm so far back. So I'm going to have to try to either get it through this little gap or get it here so I can try to shoot through the gap. So I got nothing for you there. I'm just going to try to smash this through the gap. It's going to hit the top, isn't it? You bastard. That's what you want to do. Oh, look at that. Just like I planned it. Shout out to these rocks here. They disappeared because it's in the playing field here, but I shout out to them for saving me. Now, let's see. 10.5 degree driver. Again, you're on heavy rough in that spot where I landed, so you got to be careful because that path on the bottom, the type that you're hitting off of on the bottom right of the UI really is going to make a difference. Heavy rough, it's going to come out softer. Use that top-down view to your advantage. It'll help kind of show you where your golf ball might end up. Herb, thanks. Appreciate that. So, because I have a zero hybrid in this bag, oh, I broke it, guys. Damn it, I think I did actually break it. I shouldn't have used the camera while showing you guys. This is another one of those massively super short greens. Lots of tee box opportunities all around here. Let's see if I can get this to work. Probably not. Ah, there we go. Look it, I fixed it. Things that happen in test. Now, because I have that zero hybrid, I just have that one wedge, so I got to be careful. But hey, look at that. Oh, beautiful. Thanks. Totally planned it. Let's let you guys watch this beautiful home one. No, don't feel like sending it to YouTube. Just to prove it did drop in the hole. All right, hole 15, this is a really fun par 4. This can set up short, this can set up long. With this wind, is actually a really fun opportunity. This will absolutely be a bounty hole. There's so many ways to play this. You can hit it through the bottom here and hopefully land it on the green. You can hit it through the top. You can potentially hit it over. I don't know if that'll actually work. This might be a hole where I use 14 mulligans just to show you what you can do here. Oh yeah, easy 8 wood. I might not even be able to use a mulligan because this just might drop right in the damn cup. That was actually pretty awesome. Didn't think I was going to get that close. Although back-to-back aces would have been beautiful. So, I really like that shot, but I want to show you guys a couple of different opportunities here. So, clearly 8 wood with that wind behind you, just punch through it. The other thing you can do, although highly not recommended here on this setup, is you could do something like that and try to take a 5 wood or a 3 wood through those little bridges, through those little gaps. This is definitely not a setup that you'd want to do that on, of course. Let's see if we can get this to work. Yeah, there you go. You could also do that. But I think this is a fun hole where we could put some really interesting bounties on it, and it doesn't just have to be the first person to hit a hole-in-one on this hole. It could be the first person to hit it over. It could be the first person to hit it through, all that kind of stuff. So that is another one of those really fun opportunity holes. All right, now this one, I know they're still doing some work on it, so, you know, please understand that this is still a this is not a final build, but there's some really, really badass artwork here by our artists, and lots of different ways to play this hole. So this is probably one of the only times I've ever seen a tee box right here. But basically, you want to land it right there and then shoot a hybrid through that gap. Could also high tee a driver here, do a spinny A1, pull out an A, hit out to the 1, and just all the way out there. With certain tee boxes, you can always just do this and just tee it over. So again, kudos to Jim Zielinski and the course team, because there's so many ways to play this hole, and you're going to see that a lot on all the 2021 courses. There's a lot of fun different drop spots, tee boxes, pins, ways that you can go at it. So you really can't you can't go wrong. 2021 is going to be shipping to Home Edition owners in mid to late October. We're trying to make it a little bit earlier this year. A few slight delays just because of everything with COVID, and right now we only have a small set of the team inside the offices, all that kind of stuff. But we are trying to hit mid-October. So as soon as we got a date for that, we'll definitely let you guys know. Now, this one plays much easier and casual than online, and I'm only saying that because I spent so much time playing this hole to hit shots for John Daly's real-time rival mode. I'm going to try something fun here. It is an up 10 green, but it's also a 12-mile-an-hour wind. So just like Baja Ria 17, you got to be careful because giant rock here, giant elevation change. You don't have a lot of room to work with. So, you know, even though they give me the 6 wood, I don't want to hit the 6 wood because even if I hit the 6 wood really soft, of course it'll work this time, right? Even in an instance like that, now I have a down 10 putt that is most likely going to roll over. The other problem you have to worry about is if you get a little power hungry and you hit it just too hard, you're going to most likely end up in the water. And if you're me and you're just kind of playing around because you can, you're going to take a hybrid with roll, and you're going to see if you could do something really cute and clever. Oh, it didn't work. Damn it. Actually, I want to try that one more time because that could be a really fun shot. If it bounces, just bounce. Oh, come on. See? All right. Tony Madden, when are you allowed to order or pay to make sure? So you can actually go to home.goldentee.com. We posted it in the comments earlier. Hopefully you can see that. But go to the home website. On our contact form, there's information about getting updated to 2021. And Josh or Kelsey or anybody else from the home sales team will get back to you as soon as they can and get that order put in for you. All right, now I'm just having some fun here because I really want to make this shot off of the wall. Oh, come on. Where's the love? All right, one more. One more, and then we're going to actually move on with our lives. Oh, I like it. This has YouTube Gold written all over it. Oh, come on. Michael Metcalf, thanks for joining me on Golden Tee Fan, my friend. Sorry I missed you there. And if you guys are on YouTube or even Facebook and you have yet to join the Golden Tee Facebook group, you guys can do so at Facebook. Just search Golden Tee Fan on there. I'll get the link for you guys in a little bit. But basically, a lot of questions you guys might have about everything Golden Tee. If not, myself or Adam Kramer or somebody else on those boards can help answer it for you too. And it's also nice to know, well, in a post-COVID world when you're traveling, where you can find the best hot spots for Golden Tee and all that kind of stuff. Hole 18, it looks pretty straightforward, but you just got to be careful. You know, it's not going to be hard to get it out there and take away any chance you have to screw up and hit one of those structures. But you just got to be careful because it's very easy, and I've done it already, it's very easy to go too far out to the right, and you either come in too hot left, like that. And then you do that. I wasn't actually planning to do that, but it worked out really well. So even though the water feels like it's out of play, I promise you in certain setups, it's definitely going to be there for you. Or if you miss-hit the trackball. I miss-hit the trackball, but I think that actually might work. Oh, all right. We'll just put this to end the game. Oh, that was awful. I'm only doing this just because I want to see what the par is. Yeah! So it looks like 28 is going to be par here too. I did have a hole in 1. Oh yeah, and I screwed up 6. So it looks like... oh yeah, and I have this RTR feature. So you get to see another look at hole 18. Alright, so while I'm finishing up this, I'm going to throw it to a quick little break, and then we will get back to some more Golden Tee. Oh, wrong screen. I didn't hit a good shot. We'll throw it over to a quick little shop ad where you guys can get all the latest Golden Tee gear, and then we'll be right back with more Hidden Temple. All right, let's take a look, one more look at Hidden Temple before we get out of here. So really, the 7 new courses. Oh, did I break the game? I think we broke the game. Just kidding, game working. So the 7 new courses are going to be the biggest main features, and then the 9 hole events and money shot events will also be new additions to both home and commercial. Brett, unfortunately, with everything going on with COVID and us kind of focusing, well, also working remotely, about 90% of this update, they did not build a structure in place for events mode for non-prize states. It's hard to explain because I don't know the technical side of it. But this year we really just wanted to focus on adding the new courses, adding the new 10 Freaky Friday casual courses, and then kind of fine-tuning some of the events mode stuff that we're working on. Stuff that was kind of built last year, and we kind of went on from there. And honestly, I don't know if there will be an events mode for prize play state or non-prize play states. It's just kind of the balance between the features being available and, you know, how many people it affects. But I know that it is something we've talked about just because it does affect people, especially on the home edition front. So hopefully in a future update we could potentially see what we can do there. Now this setup, much easier, much better win for me to just be able to throw a high tee driver on there, C3, and but again, it's not bad with a 5-wood, 256-yard par 5, you know, that second shot. But honestly, I don't know of a real reason why I wouldn't go to that left side and have that 150, 200-yard iron shot to make it to the green in 2. You're welcome, Brett. I know it's not the answer you want to hear, and it is tough trying to, plan everything that we had planned for this year, kind of getting thrown into a shuffle with everything COVID. But we'll see what the future holds. All right, I'm going to take the Zero Hybrid, see if I can get it through the gap. I did. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Let's hope I remember how to putt. Anton, will a young John Daly on Golden Tee 2021 be able to play on the 2020 real-time rival courses? Yeah, so we are just adding 2 real-time rival courses. We're adding all 5 of the new 2021 courses and 2 throwback courses. So we will basically launch with 2 2021 courses, Rustic Bridge and Rustic Bridge and Bonnie Moore. And basically all the courses that you have access to now in casual and online real-time rivals will still be available. We're just adding courses to the fray there. Montana, Spencer, if I buy 1,000 stouts and they're nerfed, will they just disappear? No. So in the instance that we made any kind of changes to a golf ball after the launch of 2021, you would not lose the golf balls. Basically, the golf balls would play however they are updated statistically to play. So you wouldn't lose access to anything. In the 15-year history of Golden Tee Live, I can't think of an instance that we've ever, or that IT has ever just up and deleted something out of the game like that. I know we've made changes to clubs and balls and stuff, but never just outright deleting it. Which I don't see a reason why we'd start doing that now. So if there are any ever kind of changes that are being thought of or suggested or even potentially made, we would have a conversation with the players and be open and honest about that and where we're kind of going with that. All right, let's try cut this around and hope it doesn't go in the water. Stop. Beautiful. All right, so I've never actually tried this. I don't know if the Zero Hybrid, if it'll clip that little bush or not. Oh, no, it didn't. Although it's, that comes in very hot. Wow. I'm tempted. I'm torn. Like I might end up keeping the Zero Hybrid on this course just for that one par 4 where you're hitting it through the opening. Because I don't know if there's really too many instances except that one par 3, which I ended up acing, where I might have needed another wedge. I mean, I've got the L wedge, but I don't know if I really need the gap wedge. So that's tough. And as we get closer to launch, and the beta games go out and people play them, and the top guys kind of build their club sets, we'll talk to some of them and see what we, get their thoughts and opinions on everything too. So this hole, 406, but only a 6-mile-an-hour wind. Ooh, hey, there's a bird we almost ran into. I think we broke him. He ran away. This setup, clearly not drivable. And honestly, I think we just happened to get really lucky that we saw... Well, after like 4 mulligans, but who's counting? We saw a drivable look on this hole. That is where, I would say maybe 1 in 25 games you might get that look, but I don't know. I don't know how many tee boxes are on this hole. One of the things I want to do this year to kind of show off the tee boxes as we're getting ready to launch is pick a few random holes, and actually we have a way, we use it to record real-time rival shots, but where we can play the same hole over and over with new setups. So it'll be interesting to kind of show you guys how the tee boxes vary and change depending on setups. All right, now this one definitely going to be aided by the 11-mile-an-hour wind. Got lucky with the fringe there, but that's what I was saying with this hole before. You got to be careful when going with the 6-wood, because the 6-wood is not an easy club to cut, and you're also at the mercy of the green there. Now this time, hole 13, similar tee box, but now I've got a wind behind my back, and boom, now I'm laying up on the path, and I'm going to have probably a 5 hybrid here. Oh, wow, my math skills, Brian Bernhardt would be proud. And if I didn't put backspin on, it would have went in the damn hole. But again, this is one of the more fun courses, in my opinion, because there's so many different ways to approach and tackle these par 5s. Now, yes, this is a short tee box here. This is potentially one of those holes where I'm going to miss having that wedge. And maybe I change to a G wedge and just hope I play good enough that I never have to chip. That'll be a judgment call for you guys to make once you get out there and start playing these courses. Alright, hole 15. Again, this time, instead of going over, we'll just try to take our 10.5 degree driver. And look at that. Hit the green. Oh, you lose the spin, so stop. Oh, look at that. You lose the spin when you hit that, so just be careful with the shot that you hit. Hopefully you get lucky like me and it doesn't drop in the water. And then, boom, nice little chip in for eagle. None's the wiser. Now, this is a fun tee box because now I've got a few more objects in play. I can just high tee a driver here and, well, it feels like it's falling in my pocket. High tee a driver here. Actually, let's just do that. We're going to high tee a driver here. Now, again, I mentioned this earlier, but frame rate stuff, there are still tweaking some things. And now I've got a good opportunity to hit it through the little gap here. If I would have thought about my clubs a bit more. I'm going to break the rules again, and I'm going to mulligan. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try something here. Actually, I'm not. So 5 wood, you actually might... you might be able to get over that thing, but I don't know if it's actually going to play well. Brett, I would say I'm going to keep my 2 drivers just to be safe. Now I'm just kind of trying some things for your entertainment, everybody. So although a fun shortcut, not one I think you'll really need to use a lot. And you still got a birdie out of it. So I've always been, it took me a while to get into the 2 driver craze, and now that I've done it for so many years, I don't see a reason to get rid of it. This might be a hole where I consider it, depending on the wedge situation and some of those shorter par 3s. But I don't know. I still feel like there's a bigger advantage to having 2 drivers. And I'm also cheap and lazy, and I use the same club set for all the courses. Dynamic tees made it a little bit harder to want to change that just because some of the setups change so frequently. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go over there. Just a fun, different look. I figured, why not? Montana, I definitely agree with you. It might look like I'm playing okay. The mulligans absolutely help. But this is definitely going to be a tough course that it will be it'll be worth the effort to try to get better at, find all of the hidden, shortcuts and figure out the way to, to shoot it. So thank you guys for joining us. Like I said, tomorrow we will have another course live, potentially be live out of town on Friday for Freaky Friday, but we'll see how things go. Thanks again for joining me in the Golden Tee Lounge. Make sure you're also following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram for more of those giveaways, and we will catch you guys next time.